I reckon some power scaler out there should do like a Dummies Explained Guide to Power Scaling, because like the different tiers are so far between.
I reckon you probably met someone more like Seth the programmer or someone to do this, but I'm here. I heard it. I do power scaling. I like it. And I know this issue particularly well, so I'm going to do it anyway because I need videos to make. So to do this, we're going to have to go take a look at one of my old friends versus Battle Wiki. And if you're unreasonably against that website, you might as well just leave here. So first we need to define what all the tiers are for any of you guys who don't know. They are as follows: human tier, street tier, building, block, town, city, mountain, island, country, continental, moon, planet, star, solar system, galaxy, universe, etc. After it gets to multiverse and complex multiverse and all that, it gets very, very, very theoretical and isn't as exact as some of these other things we're going to cover. And each of these tiers will have variations within them, like below, above, big, small, ways to break it down a little easier because of the issue of how big of a gap there is between the lows and the highs in some places. So let's start going over what the difference between the lowest of each tier and the highest of each tier is. So the difference in the first tier from below human level to athletic level is 300 times difference. That's like a kid or a out of shape person versus an Olympian. There could be up to 300 times stronger than you. Then that's actually a small one because the very next one, street level, is almost a 70,000 times different from the bottom to the top. When we go over to building, it's a little less, only 2,200 times difference, and we get one of our lowest ones in block level being only 91 times. We go over to town, which is almost 1,000 times difference, and city, which is just over 100 by a fraction. When we go to mountain level, it gets to a really small number, being 43 times. Then we go to island, which is 232.5 times difference. Country is 760 difference. Continental is 38,000 times. At moon, we see the absolute smallest distance, which is interesting considering it's the beginning of the overall celestial section. Its difference is only 14.62 times difference. But we already see after this that it's a very, very big outlier, as planet tier ranges up to 38 million times difference. Star is quite similar at 32 million times difference, and we get into the absolute monstrosities of numbers in the solar system being 1.75 EE20, meaning that there are 18 zeros preceding that number. Then in galaxy, we get 8.48 EE25, and for universal, it's to an infinite extent bigger from the bottom smallest to the top. So I hope I did a good job explaining exactly how massive some of these tiers can be. Like if you're comparing mountain or moon or block, or even some of the ones before planetary, there can be a reasonable distance where you can assume that maybe being in the same tier is still somewhat comprehensible, but by the time you get up into the celestial levels, it's so much difference, and that's why I think in a lot of ways that the lower tiers are a little more fun to scale, because you can more reasonably make up those differences, and you're not going to have often as much pseudoscience like infinite multiverses and speeds beyond infinity and beyond time itself. But take care, and we'll see you later.